You never saw me coming, always starving for attention, and I got the kind you wanted, and it's killing you now. You wanna spin it around, but the truth's still the truth, nothing you can do. I feel it in my bones, won't bring me down, no, not even close. Go ahead and throw your stones, but you can't stop this, you can't stop this. Hey, 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 you can't stop this. Hey, 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 you can't stop this. I had a dream, and now I live it. Ain't it a gift to know it's God-given? I'm not gonna waste it. Stop wasting your breath. Stop speaking in whispers. Say that with your chest. I feel it in my bones. Won't bring me down, no, no.
Travel west from Midtown Manhattan through the Lincoln Tunnel to the Jersey side. It's MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Giants. With Greg Olsen, I'm Mike Tirico, and out there is Tyler Luke to get us started. And off we go from East Rutherford. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Ready, set. Go! Top row 18, crop row 80. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Throwing to start. Here's Dart. Downfield, that's Hyatt. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And the Giants, first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first down, Dart. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
That's another Giants first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
To throw, it's Dart on first and 10. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. And he's in. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, Giants. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
Makes the score
touchdown. He'll send this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's to the tight end, Kohler. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Second down, Jackson. That pass pinballing around, and it ends up in the hands of the receiver. Wow.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
On 3rd and 1, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
No, we changed it.
On 4th down, they snap it to Jackson. Finding room at midfield. He's going to have a Ravens 1st down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on 4th down.
They've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
On play action, here's Jackson. He's got it about the 8, and he's into the end zone. What a response! Rashad Bateman, touchdown Ravens.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here comes a return from the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Ready up! 19 life! Let's go! Cougar 19!
Here's Dart on 1st and 10. That's down the field and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Yeah, the first carry for King Henry. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
No, we changed it. Report! Set up!
From the gun, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On the give, here's Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. They've got it 2nd down and 11. On the handoff, it's Henry. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and
6. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Now Jackson on 4th down. And he's going to have the Ravens' first down on a well-designed play to get 16 to keep the drive going.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They're running on 1st down with Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Jackson now on 2nd down. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6.
Hey, middle.
Play action now. Jackson. And he'll take it on in. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore.
touchdown, Ravens.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
After the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. He'll start at the 2. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Second and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Once again, it's Scatterbury. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Brought down back at the 24-yard line.
Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. Down the left sideline. And he will dive into the end zone. 76 yards. Touchdown, Giants. Now, Gano for the extra point. He's got it. And the Giants will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square. 14 apiece. The score as this one's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
And it's hot. Get hot. 180.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. Open man is Hopkins. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now it's a bootleg with Jackson. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
What? 180. It's hot.
Off the play fake, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
On fourth down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down.
Hey, report. You change it. Hey.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on fourth and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this first down.
On first and 10, here is Dart. He has Hyatt complete. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. 18 yards on the pickup there. First down, Giants.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession's going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Come on, set. Dragon 60. Buffalo 18. Panther 11. Panther, trap 60. Check go.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. To the goal line and in. Oline Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Gano on to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Giants have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They go three tight ends here on first and 10. Now Jackson, this a design run. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. The decision to keep it pays off. It's a pickup of 13 and a first down.
When this offense is really in gear, Mike, a lot of it is because of the ability of Lamar Jackson running the football. He is what makes this thing go. You can see why.
On the option, they give it to Henry. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. From the 35, it's first and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop.
Brings up second and 7.
from the 38 now. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Intercepted. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go.
On the ground, it's Scalaboo. Has some room inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. And Scalaboo. Touchdown, New York. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about, and they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset. But as always, there's the exception to every rule.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Going to go ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They get 25 on that connection. Good for a Raven 1st down.
22-yard line.
Jackson now. Now a screen set up for Henry. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
DC, right?
2nd down and 3. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Good blocking, and he's in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The Ravens will line up for the two-point conversion.
The shotgun, here's Jackson. And he will get in for the two. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
Now an opening past the 30. He'll wind up getting this all the way to the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Here's Dart. Connects with his big tight end, man Hurts. Look at the big guy rumble. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the...
To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
It's hot! Ready! It's hot! Report!
On play action, here's Jackson. This throw right is taken in by Klaus. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
That's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike, but listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays, stay ahead of the chains.
And the woes in the running game continue. We're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Third down, 3 to go.
Ready! Get hot! Ready!
Fourth quarter underway, and here's Henry. And he's going to go backwards again. The defense coming up big, forcing fourth down.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. Jackson. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked. And they turn it over on down.
All right, Mike, so in this situation, a defensive coordinator has two options. You can sit back and play the pass, or you can be aggressive and go after the quarterback. In this case, they chose the latter, and that's why they were able to force the turnover on downs.
That's caught, and it's Cam Scalaboo. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Ravens' 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here is 2nd down and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Dart. And he's got another one. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point. Go for 2. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchdown. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he'll be out of bounds as the 1st down completion nets about 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Flush to his right. Off he goes. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Now, faking the give. The throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he will score! Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
To throw, it's Dart on 1st and 10. Open man downfield. That's Neighbors. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That one good for 26 yards. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Out of the gun, here comes Dart. A ball deep for the end zone. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Dart gonna throw it again. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Giants. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Extra point by Gano is up and good. The Giants will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchdown. Play action now. Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. Down the sideline. And he will go all the way. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Ravens. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
Now Jackson and the Ravens will try to tack on 2 more.
Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Hey, report.
He's going to try to do it himself. And he's going to get it. Big 2-point conversion there. Instead of being down 12, now the lead is only 10.
Beautifully designed and executed zone read. That defensive end, he is caught in a bind. Does he take the running back or does he take the quarterback? In this case, he goes down hard on the handoff. Simple pull read. Quarterback keeps it around the edge. Easy 2.
Midfield. Look at him go. And he's going to take this all the way back. 93 yards. Touchdown, New York. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense, you watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown, and you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this. And they go back and get a score of their own.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Safe kick taken at the 5. He's to midfield. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, when you've given up this many points, you're going to get quite the workload with your return units, and that's a really good effort right there. I mean, it's going to get lost anytime you have a one-sided game like this, but that's great determination on that run.
You change it. No. You change it. Hey. Come on.
A first down throw for Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And they'll take this down inside the 35. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now. And a first down to boot.
A gain of 11 on the play. And a Raven first down.
Now Jackson. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Brings up second and 2. At the Giants' 25-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. And he gets run out of bounds. A short pickup, but it's good enough for a first down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Open man is Hopkins.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Again, it's Jackson. Forced out wide. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. Now whistles and timeout. Go figure. Not sure the point of this. We're going to stop it. 4 seconds left in the game. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. 1 last shot now for Jackson. That is caught at the 3. And it's going to be some points here at the finish line. This is a touchdown. They've fought till the end, but still will come up short. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man. They're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
Makes the score.
So it's a win for the men in blue. The Giants get it done. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one.